Hey guys, happy Money Monday. It's Jayla, your wealth best friend, back for another round on another wonderful Monday. We are here, guys. That's enough for me. I just wanted to let you know that today's episode is probably going to be triggering for some. It's going to be overwhelming for others. It's going to be informative, and just know that I say everything that I say with the intention of preparing you for what you have to expect dealing with personal finance. Hey, welcome. So let's get started. I titled this episode a financial read, and I did that because I don't see enough people talking about comprehensive finance. All of the very popular advisors, and one of the reasons I chose to do what I do and create the business that I created was because I didn't see people talking about the whole picture. You get a lot of budgeting, you get a lot of insurance, you get a lot of real estate investing, but you don't get that in one place. Like, tell me what to expect with all of those things. Tell me about risk management, which is insurance, and how that affects my taxes. Tell me what term life is versus whole life, or variable annuities, or disabilities, or the job benefits that I need to be looking at. Tell me about my expense management. You hear a lot about that in the finance world. The budgets, the debt, the spending, the savings, the credit, the house, the car, the student loans. You hear a lot about that, but how do these things impact my investments? How does my income really change on my taxes when I have a business? Taxes. How does that change from personal to business? Income, gift taxes, estate taxes, GST taxes, and GST we get into on the estate planning side. So I'll get there with y'all. I won't overwhelm you with that. Business taxes, knowing your income, your expenses, your losses. How does that interact with my risk management? What do I need to know about insurance when it comes to my business? Investments. I really don't hear enough people talking about investments outside of retirement, because you need those. You need to have a brokerage account with stocks and bonds in it that may not be for retirement. What about crypto? What about art? What about Pokemon cards? What about purses and shoes and houses and baseball cards and basketball cards and index funds? What about these things? And how do the taxes correlate with that? How do I structure that as an outside potential retirement income? Retirement, 401ks, IRAs, business, like SEP IRAs, employer IRAs, setting up that stuff, traditional and Roth. How does that affect me? How does that affect what I'm doing? And don't get me started on estate planning, because I'm seeing way too many people talking about just needing a will and thinking that that's going to protect them from a conservatorship issue. A will has nothing to do with conservatorships. It can't save you from the Britney Spears situation where her father is in control of all of the money decisions and her life decisions. A will only activates after you're gone. She's very much here, very much alive. But you need to know all of that. And the growth part of personal finance is realizing that you can't look for excuses. You can't look for a person that's going to handle all this stuff for you. Yes, I know we all think I just got to get rich enough to have that CPA on staff, that attorney on staff, that financial advisor on staff, and then I'm good. No, you still need to know this stuff. You still need to have a basic foundational knowledge of this stuff. No excuses. Because when it comes down to it, when your CPA files your taxes, it's not on them. You're responsible for checking it over. So if the IRS doesn't like what they see, they're coming to you, not the CPA. you're going to have to pay that fee, that penalty, that tax if they find out that there's something wrong with your taxes. And that's with anything in personal finance. It comes down to you. So you need to know what's going on. You need to understand what's going on. You are in charge, and you've got to have that confidence and understanding to know that you are in charge. One thing about On My Own Financial and the financial side of the business, the financial planning, I have clients that understand this so that we can have a full conversation versus I'm just leading the way and they're following. I don't do that. Those aren't my clients. My clients, we're strategizing your life, which means it needs to be you involved in your life plan. A lot of people come to financial advisors and they're just like, there you go, make it happen. Like, this is my goal. Get me there. It's not what you're going to get with On My Own Financial. You're going to get somebody who cares about your plans, who cares about what you want to achieve, but you're going to learn. You may learn the hard way. Part of the strategy is giving you options, and you take root with that. So some of my clients are working on paying down debt. They decide, I know this is going to take me 2 years, but I need this vacation. I'm not going to stop you. You already know what the plan is. You already know how it changes your plan to make that decision to go on that vacation, and that we're just going to have to restructure. But I don't have to tell you, you're rethinking this. You're making a conscious, informed decision, and there are no excuses. You have no one that you're looking to blame for that decision because you're checking yourself and you're correcting yourself. That's how personal finance works. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's not supposed to be somebody you hand it over and you don't know what's going on, because that's how you get taken advantage of. I mean, you can ask a lot of stars, millionaires with money. They don't just get taken advantage of because they have money. It's because they weren't paying attention to it. They didn't know what was going on with it. So figure out what you want and have the confidence by taking action and truly building your ambition and your hustle to get things done. And then find somebody who actually wants to teach you, that it's not, and by experience, like, believe me, I know how hard what I'm saying is. I'd love it if y'all could work on manifesting my financial advisor, because I need somebody who doesn't come from money, who's experienced corporate America and has been underpaid and decided to buy a house, rented it out, bought cars, changed their minds, had a kid, was swallowed by student loan debt, knows how to invest and knows why I wouldn't put my assets under management because my portfolio is doing okay, but knowing how to calculate risk, talk about beta, trainer, Sharp method when it comes to my portfolio to help me tweak it versus wanting to manage it outright. Understands that my decisions are going to be based on comprehensive finance. Every decision, we need to look at the tax ramifications. We need to look at the opportunity costs. It's not just, it sounds good and that's what other people are doing. I don't make decisions like that. And I hear a lot of financial advisors, and we talked about this on another Money Monday, who were, oh, you got a kid? Start that 529. But in my situation, that doesn't work. I don't want to limit my child to just going to school. And she's blessed enough to have the ability to just go to a California school for free because her father is military. So that doesn't work for me. We need a bigger strategy. Don't give me those basic financial advisor talking points. And that's why I want you guys to have that basic foundational understanding so that you know when your financial advisor is doing that to you. And also that you know when your financial advisor is just selling you things. So I was listening to So You Love Money, and she had IG Live, and it was wonderful because the one thing that they kept saying, you got to have that self-sufficiency, that self-understanding of your money before you go out and talk to somebody else about it, because then you know if they're just trying to sell you something or if they're actually trying to help you grow your money. Now, I'm not traditional in any sense. I intend not to be like anybody that I met. So I understand it's hard. I do. Like I said, I'm looking for my own financial advisor. So if you out there and you can meet these qualifications and deal with somebody who's like a doctor, just a bad patient, like I understand that there's a lot that I know, but I also understand I'd love to have somebody who understands these concepts that I can bounce my ideas off of, that can come to me with strategies that I'm not thinking of. And that's what you really want to find. Even if it's not a licensed, professional, certified advisor, it might be a group of friends where you guys are growing together and willing to do the work to learn. That's okay too. Just make sure that you are trying things that work for you, that you are finding people that you actually feel comfortable with and that you trust. So you got to guard against self-pity and giving up. That's not allowed. Give yourself time and growth. You can do this. It's going to be okay. It's just going to take time. So that was my read for you this week. I know, not as upbeat, but I hope you were able to learn something, and make sure that you are not taking swimming lessons from those drowning people. I will see you next week for Money Mondays. Remember, I'm around for the rest of the Monday. Answer any questions that you may have. Send them in, DM me. Next week, I will come back because we had some really great questions, and I'm excited to share them with you. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, Ben. Hey, Alex. Oh, look at y'all. Y'all stopped by Money Monday. Thank you.